What's up? I made this video especially for athletes trying to get through big volume. Who doesn't want to be a savage when its training gets tough, right? By doing these exercises, instead of just watching them, this is meant to be done real time. So I want you to grab your Swiss ball, mat, weights, resistance band, and let's get to work. Enjoy.
First, let's grab the Swiss ball, roll down until our head can relax a little bit on the ball. We squeeze up and then down, up and then down. When we do stabilization tempo, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 3. Squeeze, down, 2, 3, 4. Up, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 5. Up, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 6. Up, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 7. Up, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 8. Squeeze, down, 2, 3, 9. Up, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 10. Up, squeeze, down, 2, 3, 11. Up, down, 2, 3, 12. Move on to the next thing. Take your time. Just a little bit of glute activation. You don't need a whole bunch of reps. We're gonna lay on our back, grab the Swiss ball, put it above our chest, lift up our legs, put our legs around the Swiss ball, grab the Swiss ball, at the same time drop the arms back, lift up the legs, pass it to the arms, drop the legs. Make sure the whole time the lower back has pressure on the ground. 4. Open up as much as you can, keep that pressure. 5. If you lose any pressure, 6. On the lower back, make sure that you don't go down as far. 7. Keep opening up, shoulders down and back. 8. 9. And 10. 11. 12. 13. And relax. Take a deep breath in your stomach, really expand that diaphragm, called birthday cake breathing. Big inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, we're going to stand up and grab the resistance band. We're going to put our hands through. Our hands are going to be supine. We'll go back. 1, 2, 3. Try to focus on keeping the shoulders down and back. I'm going to lift up my hands a little bit more. Try to keep the chin tucked. 5, 6, 7. Keep the core engaged. 8, 9, 10. Squeeze the glutes. Toes fairly straight. 12, 13, 14, 15. Smaller pulsation. 16, 17, 18, 19. Really squeezing those shoulder blades back. And 20. Good. Hold for a few seconds on that last one. Really get a good buzz going in between the shoulder blades. A few deep breaths again. Let's get the Swiss ball out of the way. Grab a dumbbell. My favorite part. Single leg, single arm deadlift. My stabilization is a little bit bad on left foot since my accident. Hip hinge forward and back. Keeping the hips square to the ground. Here's a different angle. Lifting up that right foot when the right dumbbell and the right arm goes down. I'm going to feel it in my left glute, my left hamstring. I'm eccentrically loading that hamstring. I'm trying to teach myself how to load the posterior chain of the leg instead of just being quad dominant. Do 8 to 12 reps of these. Make sure to keep that right shoulder blade down and back in the pockets. Shake it off a little bit. 1, 2. Don't forget to switch hands here. I actually didn't switch hands. 3. People make mistakes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When my right leg's posted and my left hand's holding the weight, that's called contralateral. 10, 11, and 12. 13. I've done a couple extra on this right side, but that's okay. If you're within a couple reps, I wouldn't sweat it, although you do want to try to do a few more reps on the weaker side. This is my perfect transverse step. Notice how my hand is externally rotated supine. I'm trying to step back perfect 90 degrees. So my toes are straight. Make sure the space is clear. And try to make sure the step is perfect. Really trying to focus. Step back with that right foot. The knee stays over the ankle. Open up that right hand. Notice how I'm trying to keep all the pressure on that left heel. That left foot that's posted, that's just outside of the frame, is not moving at any time throughout this entire movement. So notice how I'm hip hinging down just to where my back is just about to start bending, but it doesn't. That puts actually a lot of pressure on the left hamstring and left adductor. And then also you're gonna feel it in the right glute med, but also you're practicing on holding good posture in the shoulders. And you're breaking the plane of motion that you're usually on when you're swim, bike, or running. We're always stuck on the sagittal plane going forward. So being able to break that plane is very important. So after you've done about 12 transverse steps, go ahead and do some transverse steps on the other side. Notice how the knee stays above the ankle. That right heel stays posted. It's almost like I'm pivoting on the ball of my heel, but I really need to make sure I keep that right leg straight, the one that's extended. A lot of people have a tendency to bend that knee because they don't have enough length in the adductor, which is one of the reasons we go through this exercise, not only to get stronger, but to increase the range of motion in functional ways in our hips. This movement you'll find yourself doing if you're in the kitchen, there's something behind you, you're less likely to hurt your back. This is just a lateral lunge. We definitely need to hit that frontal plane. 3, 4, 5. Make sure the hand that's not holding the weight is really opening up behind you, engaging those posture right back muscles and that right shoulder blade. Helps keep the chest open as well. You can do 8 to 12 reps and then switch sides. I started out with my right side. Now I'm working on my left. I'm on rep 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It just takes time, guys. It may seem boring. 9, but this is exactly the stuff that has to get done if you want to improve. Simple as that. All right, let's do some hip open and closes. So I'm posted on the left, and I'm just using my left glute, and this is forcing my left glute and my left inner leg muscle, my adductors, to talk to each other. Notice how my knee is very shaky. It's because it's a hard movement. I open up the hips and then I close. I bring the hips square to the ground. Open and close. 3 to 6 reps without any assist, holding a stick or having your hand against the wall is pretty difficult. It's an advanced movement, but as runners, I'm going to challenge you to accomplish this because that really brings you a long ways to staying injury-free. It's okay to challenge yourself. I'm challenging myself now. That's one important thing to know when you go into the gym. You need to let your ego go and challenge yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. And close. Open and close. I'm feeling that, thinking to myself, about transitioning to the next exercise, but not being too fast. You know, especially on a video, everybody wants to go from one thing to the next. But if you're staying along, this should be a really good tempo for you. Post it on the left leg now. Now I hip hinge forward, so I'm almost like in a single leg hip hinge position. And I'm holding the weight in the right arm, and I'm opening and closing, working on scapular retraction, working that right rear delt. My QL is working by stabilizing my hip, my glutes, the full body's working, really challenging the nervous system. It's one of my favorites. Always have to do the other side. I'd like to see my back leg a little bit straighter next time, and that left heel up a little bit higher. My right hammy's a little bit tight, so my upper body can't hip hinge as far forward as I'd like. Again, this is the same amount of reps as all the other ones that we talked about. 8 to 12 reps is fine. You know what I mean? Going through the exercises is definitely intense. Finally, we're going to finish off with some glutes. We're not going to make it all the way through here, but I want you to practice all these. And this is a great start. If you've gone through it, great job. Comment below if you have any questions. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.